What's up, guys? QuarterHoarder here. Out today at Doug. This might be one of the most interesting properties that we've ever been to. The house goes back to about 1740. Oh, and by the way, this is Rich, the homeowner's son, who's going to be joining us all day today. The homeowner, Lynn and David, is that your father's name?
Yes.
Are antique dealers, third generation. The house, which we got a tour of, is just riddled with Colonial, early 18, and what she calls Pilgrim antiques. I'm going to try to give you guys a sneak peek of some of them inside. Unbelievable stuff that I've never seen in my life. But there's amazing little pit stops of things all outside and inside. I can't wait to show it all. But otherwise, let's get detecting, see what we can find. Back in the first dig, guys. See you soon.
Later.
All right, first dig, Doug got started. I'm still chatting with the homeowner. She gave us a tour of the inside of the house. It is riddled with 1700s antiques everywhere. But Doug got the first find of the day. Now the find turned out to be not very good, just some piece of iron. But look at all the pottery in this hole. Now, over the years, and I'm going to show it as I go around, she's found pottery like this all the time on the surface after a rain. And she puts it all on little plates. There's little plates and buckets everywhere. Not only this, Doug, clay pipes. She's got buckets of clay pipe pieces that came up.
Which I'm hoping I find.
Clay marbles.
Yep.
What an amazing spot. So, hey, interesting first find, not on the metal piece, but on the non-ferrous piece. Really cool. And because she collects antiques for so long, Doug, she knows what all this stuff is. Like, she can identify makers and patterns and all that. Yeah. It's like having an antiques roadshow expert with us.
Exactly.
So, what a cool place. Hey,
hopefully we'll find something worthy of her.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find something that's going to impress her.
Yes, sir. And that was only...
All right, cool find here from Rich.
Yeah,
I haven't even seen it yet. I just heard reed, like some sort of instrument reed, Doug.
Yeah, squeeze box. You can see the...
Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's actually the reed plate. The reed is just this middle piece, and this would vibrate up and down. It's surprising to find it on there because usually when they throw these away, it's because the reed broke.
It's broken, yeah.
So to find it with them on there,
cool.
Those and harmonica reeds, we find a lot of them. A lot of musicians, you know, pre-TV, pre-radio, you need to entertain yourself with something. Cool find. All right, we're going to do a little tour of the house. It might be the most incredible house I've ever seen. Where do you see it? I'm coming in, Lynn.
All right.
Oh my goodness. It looks like I stepped back into the 1700s. All the stuff you have.
I'm going to get away.
These are some of your favorites, you said, like old lighting.
Old Pierce tin lanterns, yeah.
And I've seen people work on them when I was in Jamestown. Incredible, just watching the whole process. All right, we're going to do a little tour before my camera dies. And I got a little bit of light.
Oh,
might be too much.
crap up there.
That's okay. I'm only trying to film the good stuff. Now, I don't even know what half this stuff is, but I did see a lot of these baskets. What did you call them?
It's rye straw, and they're from the early to mid 1800s.
Really, that old?
Yeah.
And you have quite a few of them around, I saw.
Oh, I love the different forms of them. That's a neat one up there.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
This one I love. This is a big, kind of crude one.
Oh, yeah.
With a wooden handle. These are all, see how many of them there are? They're all very utilitarian.
Are these all clay pipes?
No, they're cinnamon sticks.
Okay.
This is
I'm going to cut that out.
Iron,
So
yeah.
I sound like an idiot. And well, in my defense, I have my reading glasses on, and so I can't see anything 18 inches or further.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to go into the other room because it just gets more and more incredible. All right, we're going up into her kitchen, and look at these. Those are more of those earthenware jugs up there?
Yeah, the stoneware.
Stoneware, I'm sorry.
Salt glazed stoneware.
And look at that. Look at the giant cutting board. I'm trying to move back without crushing anything so you can kind of get an idea of how large they are. Just massive. And there is stuff everywhere. Look at those. And you've been collecting, I guess, your whole life, right?
Oh, mostly, yeah.
There's more up there. I think it looks very quaint. And when I came through earlier, some of these were some of my favorites, especially this one that has like, let me see if I can get it without the, there we go. You can kind of see some of the detail work on it. And you actually use them, or are they just there for show?
They were for fireplace cooking in the big walk-in.
Oh,
fireplace.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they were actually utilitarian still, or if they're just for more
I'll
show.
quiz you. What do you think that's for?
I think you put corn on the cob on that. I thought maybe the butter would drip through the holes.
No, but that's a good guess.
That was a terrible guess. You don't have to be nice to me.
This is something that was used in the big walk-in fireplace in the 1700s, early 1800s. It's a fish broiler. Be a slice of fish on
Like a
that.
frying pan, only I guess the holes
They would hold it over the fire, and the juices would fall.
Oh,
out.
and the juices would fall into the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
blacksmith made, 1700s.
That's nuts. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go over your head. Don't worry. I'm going to go over your head. There's more. And we're going to go into the next room because it just goes on and on and on. It's amazing. Let's go ahead over there. All right, Doug, this find is going to impress you, I think. Okay. Now, I'm hearing so many signals. I put the little coil on. There's a lot of iron around, and I'm seeing interesting iron things come out of the ground. I'm still trying to just kind of listen for the coppers and the brasses.
Right.
This is the first hole I've dug. We've been here maybe half an hour. It was about 3 inches down. It is cool. I put it under my glove. Look at that.
Oh, pocket watch.
It is a whole, it's totally complete. The glass is missing, but look at that.
Cool.
Well, that would make it not totally complete.
You're right. It's 90. Well, I didn't know it at the time. It might even be engraved. Some of the old ones are engraved. Can you imagine if it has like initials or something of one of the original homeowners of your
That
house?
would be cool.
Possible.
I'm going to brush it down. Lynn, are you impressed yet? Be honest. She's giving me a shrug. That means no.
Yeah.
But
No
If
comment.
there's initials on it, she may be.
Lynn likes Pilgrim stuff, Doug. We got our work cut out for us. Pilgrim stuff.
We should be at Plymouth Rock then.
Let me clean this up and I'll come back and show it. Oh man, I love it. All right, here's the pocket watch. It's silver plated, has the numbers on the outside on the actual case, which is kind of strange. The glass is broken. It's missing the hands, but otherwise, that's pretty darn complete. But I don't see any markings on it. Nothing to indicate exactly who it was from. But still a cool find. Lynn, would you like to add it to your collection inside?
I think it is really neat that the numbers are on the outside.
Yeah,
There's
isn't that
something
crazy? Unique
about that.
See, that's what we look for. Unique, interesting things. That's a great piece.
We'll lay it laid up on the well.
Yep. So in the backyard, they have this little well, and a lot of the things that come up when it rains and it exposes pottery, you see some laying all over the place. It's all over the property, she said. Some of the interesting things they found just within the last couple of weeks or so. But look at this enormous axe head I saw. That's amazing. Horseshoes, old wrenches. There's an old choke off of a piece of farm machinery. But all sorts of pottery. You said it was called redware, Lynn? Redware.
Pennsylvania redware.
Lynn's glasses that she brought out for Doug. The Liberace's. Oh, this one she showed me they found. You think this goes back to the 1700s?
Yeah. Black glass.
Black glass. And when I say Lynn is like an expert on this stuff, I mean, she knows what she's talking about. This one she said was called feathered something.
Feather edge.
Feather edge. And you can clearly see why.
Early 1800s.
Early 18. There's little piles like this all over the yard in like little plates. But incredible little place here, and just kind of comes up out of the ground on its own. We're going to try to look for something under the ground. All right, Rich just found something pretty cool. I was about 12 feet away and I heard the tone in your pinpointer and I had a feeling it was going to be something interesting. And I came over and it is interesting.
Yeah,
Check this out. I thought it was going to be a cuff button size, but I can see some writing on the edge or some sort of marking. And I see a number in the middle. I think it's going to wind up being a token or maybe like foreign money, but it's very, very small. So we're going to give this a brush down. Here, hold this. Here's a brush. Just brush it gently in small circles. And we're going to see if we can get anything off of it. All right, there's Rich's find. And I don't know what this is, man.
No, I don't know.
It's cuff button size, but in the middle you can see some sort of marking or writing. Now I know it looks like it might be upside down like it's 31, but if I flip it, that doesn't really look right either. And if you look up at the top at 12 o'clock, it looks like there's 3 letters. And for scale, if you don't mind, Rich, there's a modern dime, so you can see just how small that thing is. So I'm still going with a token or maybe foreign money.
Is it trine size?
Yeah. And the back, let me put that down. And the back is not cleaned up real well yet, but it's not helping us at all. And we looked at it under a big magnifier, but that's all we can really see.
But there is writing on it.
Well, there's forms of human communication, Doug.
Oh, okay.
Don't know if it's a
Any
writing
humans
or a
we
picture,
know, or-
hieroglyphics. Well, we'll see if we can research it more, but Rich, that's a heck of a good find, man. Congratulations.
Nice that you were able to
Yeah, you
dig
sniffed that out. Yep, well done. Here's one of the bowls I was saying that Lynn, the homeowner, as things come up, she just kind of saves them. A lot of this earthenware pottery, which she finds all over the place. Here's one of the old clay pot stems, a pipe, I'm sorry, not a pot, a pipe stem. But they said they find so many of them in this yard for some reason. We're hoping we will. There's a piece of an old blob top bottle. But little bowls like this, when I see them in the yard, there's a lot of them. Just kind of like to give a little rummage through and see what's in there. Really cool stuff. Let me get her stem back on top because I know she liked that. Boom. Cool. All right, room number 3. And this was the dining room.
This is the dining room.
And more of the baskets. I'm going to hit a little bit extra light so.
Those are not rye straw, they're splint.
Splint.
Hand-cut splint baskets.
More of your tin lighting over there. What's that up there, that really big piece?
That's a drying rack for fruit or herbs, mainly fruit.
Okay.
Drying rack, yeah. That's made out of splint.
Pottery. Oh, here's the, I'm going to turn the light down a little bit. A whole lot of the clay pipes. Now, did you find these here?
Those were
or
excavated out of the Thames River. Yeah.
did you find them yourself over there?
I
or?
didn't, no.
No.
I bought those, but the ones that we find here, the stems that we find here, you know, came from over there. They were imported, they were made over there in the 1700s and imported to the colonies.
That's crazy. And I thought there was one, it's behind me, I'll show it in a second. On the table, she put out some of her collection of Native American artifacts, and some of these were found right here on your property.
These all were.
Oh, all of them were?
Yeah, these all were.
This one is a massive spear point. That's beautiful. I just started kind of getting into Native American artifacts, so I'm having not the easiest time finding them. Some of her fossils up here too.
They're from New York State.
And this is more stuff from here.
Yep.
Yeah, this was a mystery piece Rich showed me earlier. I don't know what that is. Some sort of a state sigil, and I thought it might have been a hat pin, but we're not sure. And there's some initials up top. Just a really cool. And you found this here?
Yeah.
Interesting piece.
One of those had this. Some of them, some, you know, but again, they're all British.
A lot more pottery pieces.
Yep, that's just a mixture of.
Yeah. This is the kind of stuff we find just like kind of rusted over.
Now these two, if you remember, I'll go get the one that was the whole one of this. This is the Western walled pottery from King George the Third. A whole piece, yeah. And those two were
Oh
found.
yeah, there's the whole piece. Wow. And this is how old? Let me see if I can try to get a little bit of light on it.
Let's see, I have a note inside. I can't remember what I wrote.
Just don't drop it.
Thought it was from 1730s. Oh, circa 1700 Westerwald salt glaze. GR equals George Rex, made for the American market.
Yeah, King George, I want to say, reigned from 1727 to 1760. King George II. So you think it might be a King George II?
Probably circa 1700.
Okay.
Yeah, what this is.
And I love all the colors on there too for as old
Well,
as
you probably
this.
can't see it. Since
I don't know what color they are, but I can see. To me, it looks like blues.
This is cobalt blue.
Cobalt blue.
But around the top here is like a
That looks
purple.
black.
It's like
Oh, is it purple?
Yes, it's like a purpley color around the top.
That's beautiful. What a great piece that is.
My mom gave me that. Said it was years ago and said it was special. You know.
That is special,
Yeah.
no doubt about it. Oh, Rich just got something good. Doug, I got a glimpse of it. It is really cool. I've never seen one of these before. Rich pulled out this marble, but what makes it super cool is it's got that flat edge on it.
This would be in the kiln. It was up against something in the kiln, I think, when it was fired. Yeah. I think that's a.
Do you think it's a marble, like a kid's game shooting marble?
Well, there's marbles that are like that with the mottled brown, it's called, that are Bennington or Rockingham marbles. They're clay and then glazed.
Oh, I
But
see.
I've never seen one with blue in it.
Well, that's great. I mean, you definitely know your pottery, so if she says it, I'm going with it, Rich. That's a great find, man. Congratulations. And obviously that wasn't your signal, so you got something down there.
This chunk of coal.
That's not as exciting if that's... But great find on the marble.
I've never seen anything like that.
All right, Doug, I told you that her antique collection is nuts. She saw the marble, she disappeared for 30 seconds, and she comes out with this.
Holy smoke!
These are all also glazed clay marbles, every one of them. And all different, now I'm colorblind, everyone knows, but I can see the beautiful pattern on there. These are also like mid-1800s.
See, these had the mark on it where it touched something else.
Yeah, all of them have that same flat
in the
flat
kiln
spot.
when they were fired.
Well, your son found this little one. If he'll let you add it to your collection or not, I don't know. But that's amazing. I mean,
And what are they called?
marbles.
Well, Bennington marble.
Bennington, as in Bennington, Vermont.
And Bennington is the style.
Bennington also, you know, there was Bennington pottery, which, you know, plates and cups and everything else. It's 1840-ish.
Doug, I'm loving the plethora of knowledge with this homeowner because
yes.
normally we're just
Would
guessing
you tell
and
me
making
what
stuff
plethora
up.
means?
Plethora, it means like more than
I know
one.
what
She has
it
more
means.
than one knowledge.
There might be a spill here.
All right, Doug's got something. He said he's got a coin that could be an Indian.
Yes.
What's he got there, Rich?
It's an Indian.
It is an Indian?
I can see the headdress and the shield on the back.
Were you able to see a year off of it?
Looks like 1889.
You want to give it a little brush and
Let me come down here. Oh, it's actually really nice, Doug.
Oh, yeah.
1889.
Yeah.
Can you see the Indian?
Nice detail.
Yep. What was your Indian, Rich?
I have a
Oh, you had two of them, right?
1906
Yeah.
and
One from here.
1907.
1906 was here.
The back's really nice shape, Doug.
yeah, I can see that from
Yeah.
here.
Hey, well done.
And
And
need
that
a little
was that
brushing on
scratchy
there.
with some of the iron in the
Actually,
ground?
I got higher reading than an Indian typically would read on the knocks, so I'm kind of thinking
There you go,
there's
Rich.
another coin down here. Maybe a dime.
Oh, a spill. Look at that. Lynn knows the terminology, Doug.
that?
She said, "Oh, and maybe a spill."
Have you been watching videos?
Are you watching?
Me knowing?
I maybe have watched it.
What's this called, Lynn?
That's the QuarterHoarder water.
Oh my goodness! Come on, give her a prize, Doug.
You just won a bottle of QuarterHoarder water.
I do happen to have a few in the car.
Normally $100, but for me.
That's right, the low price.
Yeah, a free.
Well done, Dougie.
Clean it up a little bit. There's a scratch on it.
All right, Doug, I had a pretty good one here. This was hitting almost a 90, and it was a small little signal about 3 inches down. As I'm digging, glass is coming out of the hole, and luckily Lynn's here, who knows what everything is. This is the piece I found, and you said it was called what?
Mocha.
Mocha?
Mocha ware.
And what year do you think it's from?
1830 or 40.
And look at the colors on it. And Doug was digging a hole. Was it Doug and found this, or was it Rich?
Yeah, I did.
Doug?
Right where my Indian was.
And this is a big, giant, chunky piece. What year do you estimate this from?
Definitely 17 something.
Really?
Yeah.
Great little find. Just going to add it to the top of the well. And here's my coin, Doug. Ooh. Well, it might be, let me see if I can give it to the sun. It might be a memorial penny. I don't know.
I think I see the outline of Abe.
Oh, it's a modern, oh, is it a modern dime or is it a
No,
silver
it's
dime?
too big. Yeah, it is.
No, it's a dime.
It is.
Oh, it's a time.
But is it? I think it's a clad dime.
Yep.
I'll add it to the pizza tip. Add it to the pizza tip. All right, I got a cool, these are one of my favorite things, Doug. It's broken, but I'm trying to find anything 1700s just to show Lynn, you know, that's out here because I know she's super into it. And this, I think, is going to be 1700s.
Let me guess.
Okay.
Before you, shoe buckle.
No.
Okay.
Maybe not that cool.
But all right, but on a scale of 1 to 10.
It's broken, I can see. If it wasn't
forget about
broken,
the fact that
if it
it's
wasn't broken, legit for me, 8. Legit. I know for you, your 8s are very loosey-goosey. All right, you ready? I'm going to pick it up.
Go ahead.
It's right here, and it's big. It's
Oh,
a
crow.
it's a
Oh,
big,
That was gonna be
big
Yep.
crow. Now it's only half, not even half of it.
That's a
These go back really old. This is Tomback material, but that is Colonial era at least. So I'm excited to find it, and they're always broken, especially the big ones. The little ones seem to stay together because when you step on the ground, they might not crack, but a big one like this,
It's
really
and
easy.
Especially Tomback is so brittle.
Yeah. So
Nice.
if
Maybe
it was
there's more.
complete,
We've just been hoping to find one.
That would have been a
Yeah.
10 if it was whole.
yeah. Well, I'm going to add it to your fireplace. I know it would be nicer to appreciate if it was whole. So awesome find there. I love it.
Very exciting.
Doug, everything we found, Lynn's gone inside and came out with a box of them.
She makes what we found look paltry.
I said she's a professional. I'm going to put her on retainer. Whenever we find anything, I'm going to call her like a lifeline. I just found that broken crodal bell. I gave it to her because I didn't think she'd ever seen one before.
Yeah.
Little did I know.
Yeah.
And she went inside and brought this box out. And look at all these crodal bells.
Tomback.
And they're enormous. Look at them. No wonder why. Like I was trying to rub mine to show her the design, thinking she never saw one before.
Yeah.
And she's probably like, "Oh, shut up."
Oh,
That's
my
amazing.
Goodness.
Well, she told me she had sleigh bells, and to me these aren't sleigh
Well,
bells.
those are crodal.
Yeah,
bells.
to me these are crodal bells, and sleigh bells are different. They don't have this bump out here. It's just smooth.
And a Conestoga
But maybe we
bell.
just don't use the same vernacular for the bells. But and look,
And a
Conestoga bells.
couple of them.
I didn't even want to take it out. I
Oh
didn't want
my
to risk.
goodness.
Look at the size of them. Oh my
You could hear
goodness.
this horse coming
Yeah.
2 miles away.
That was like a colonial horn for your stagecoach.
And
Oh my
Now
goodness.
a lot of people probably haven't seen how they were attached. There's the attachment. You got the
It's like a cotter
piece.
pin.
Yep, and then like
I can't
an
believe
early
it.
cotter pin.
That is amazing. And
Look
look
at
at some
that.
of these down here.
Beautiful.
Look at the colors on them.
Well, now they used to paint a lot of their metals with radiator paint. to preserve
You
it.
think this was painted?
Yeah, they're painted. I think they're painted
look
with
at-
radiator paint.
Look, there's a
Little
number
ones.
10.
Now, see, this is natural brass under here. That's real.
Oh,
that's
yeah, look at
brass.
that. I can
But
see that.
these are painted.
Oh my
Beautiful.
goodness. That is crazy.
Do you know how excited we get when we find?
Like these are the size we normally find
That's
because they don't break as much.
Yeah.
And these right here, see how this one has these 2 holes and some of them have 4 holes. They would use those holes when they actually soldered these together, the 2 halves. They'd put a metal rod in here to suspend the ball. And then when it was done, they would break the rod off so that the ball didn't get stuck to the side in the baking process. And that's what these holes are for. You can see some of them are crudely
like right
snapped. But wow, that is incredible. There must be 75 of them in there. Do you put them up at Christmas time or anything?
You know what? I don't anymore.
No?
But you know what, Dave? When our kids were little, Dave would go outside the window and ring me.
That is amazing. I love this place. Do you mind if I don't leave? You are a true saver of history. I'm in awe.
Let's see if there's anything unusual. Like,
Wow, look at that. What is that giant? It looks like a sled.
it's either a gathering basket or a winnowing basket. So yeah, there you go.
That's amazing. I'm trying to get a little bit of extra light. Hopefully it's not blowing it out. A lot more of your lighting tins, which are just crazy to have that many of them. Are those quill pens?
They're just turkey feathers.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they were
But
actual
they
pens.
did make pens out of those.
And then she wanted to show me this door, and I'm going to let her explain it to me.
Well, it's an Indian door, and being as this side of it, you can see that the boards are vertical.
Yes.
Right? And when you open it up, it's a 2-layered door.
Oh, really?
And you see the other
Let me
side,
see. I told her I would keep her face off the camera.
the boards are horizontal. When you were under Indian attack, if you have wood going in 2 different grains, it's very hard for them to break through.
Yeah, these are going horizontal, and you can see right there in the middle, 2 different pieces of wood, and then these are going up. I never heard of that.
Yep.
And these are going vertically.
It would be it's very hard to break through.
Absolutely. And you said it
This
was
is the signed hardware,
S. Smith. Now, this was also blacksmith.
1700s.
And you have blacksmiths in the family who recreate a lot of this for you, or at least as close as they can. That's beautiful.
This is a Native American mortar. This is from the 1600s. This mortar.
Oh, wow. Look at the size of it.
Yeah. It
Just
would have
use
been
this-
corn, probably a corn mortar, yeah.
Usually they're much smaller. And what's this big one here?
This is called a hornbeam, and this was these were hollowed out logs, and they were used for storage, grain storage. It would have had a cloth cover over it.
It's really monstrous. Unbelievable. I love it. It just goes on and on and on too. Everywhere you look, the old books.
This is about Carl Linnaeus, who was the Swedish botanist in the 1700s that devised the system of classification for everything that we still use today. The leather is vellum, which is a deer skin leather.
Awesome. Let's keep coming over here. It's even more. Is it this way?
Yeah.
All right, it's this way. All right, there are just signals everywhere, Doug. I mean, there's so much stuff around. I'm not sure exactly why, but after 30 years or so, she's been pulling stuff out. It's, I guess, commonplace. But Rich just had a nice signal here, and he's got this cool pocket knife. Oh, there it is right there, Rich. I was telling you. The wood rotted away, but that's the plate right there. And when you clean it off, it would be light, you know, an old engraving on there. So the wood's gone, but that piece is still on there, and obviously some of the iron blades are still on there. But pocket knives are fun to find, and some other miscellaneous things in the hole. You called this, I'm sorry, you called it what kind of glass?
Black glass.
Black glass.
Century.
18th century, that old?
Yep.
Wow, that's cool. Doug just hit a jackpot find. He called me over to let me swing over it. I watched him dig down. It's still in this clump. Rich, come over and look at it. We didn't even knock it out of the clump yet.
Still there.
Can you see that?
Yeah, the edge.
That
Have you
is
seen
the
the
edge
reading
of
on the
a
edge?
silver, at least $50.
Silver.
So let me get the flashlight, Doug. It's a little dark.
Yeah.
I literally just came right through here.
It was a banger. I knew.
I was going to record it. The clump fell apart a little bit, but the coin is still in the top edge of the clump. Go ahead and reveal that, Doug. It is a beautiful walker. Let me see it before you knock it out of the
I'm
clump.
going to leave it in there.
I love my glasses on yet, Lynn. Do you see a date?
It'll be right at her feet.
Right down
I
there.
see something. Well, ask Rich because I think he's.
I think it's 1940 something, Doug.
I have a 46.
194.
You can see it.
See if you can pop it
not-
out and get the impression in the dirt.
The other side would be the eagle. A real big eagle. There we go.
Can we see the impression? A little bit up there, a little bit. It's always exciting if you can see the impression. Look at the good
see the
detail,
edge.
yeah. But here's the real deal. You want to spray it, Doug? I'm sure you
Yep.
do.
Dog tag Doug water.
Yep.
You kind of go in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
He never. He
I-
always sprays off to the side. I don't think he realizes where the hole is.
It's a running gag. I'm giving a minor shout out to Jeff.
1942.
Look at the reading on it.
Yep.
Look in the condition that it is in.
Wow.
These are very rare to find. $50 for us, at least. One of the most uncommon old coins.
Just to give some credence to that, he found his first about what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, my first.
kidding.
Yep.
His first walker.
Yep.
He's found barbers and
I found everything older than this, but for some reason this coin
barb-
eluded
the-
me up
the-
until just a few weeks ago.
his was a 17.
1917. Same as Doug's first
Same
one.
as my first, 17. And I was just telling you about
Doug and I
that.
shared our firsts.
Yeah.
I don't want to go anymore.
But Doug, congratulations
All
on
right,
big,
that was
beefy
awesome.
Walking Liberty $50. That's what, number 4 for you?
Number 3.
Number 3?
I've got a 17, a 46, and now this.
Wow, you're going to have the whole set soon, Doug.
Yeah.
Way to go. Congratulations.
Thank
you are the
you.
man, sir. Oh, you know what, too, Doug? Now we get to see Lynn's collection of them when she goes inside and brings a whole box of them out.
I'm stumped.
All right, the video's getting crazy long, guys. I'm going to stop it right here, but I will be back next week for part 2 of this incredible 1740s house that was just filled with period antiques everywhere. But while I was inside for hours looking at everything, Doug was outside digging, and he found some incredible pieces. I saved all his best stuff for part 2, so I hope you guys come back next week and check that out. And of course, if you want to get a detector, pinpointer, sand scoop, anything you need for this hobby, just shoot me an email, QuarterHoarder@yahoo.com. Let me know where you live, what your budget is, what you're looking for, and I'll help you pick out the best machine for your money. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. It's a hobby of champions. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everybody. Happy hunting. I'll see you next week for part 2. Later.